Hey, everybody.
That Bird Fine's here.
I'm Mary Beth.
And I'm Laura.
Laura's been yelling at me.
That was like an extra thump.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you're just hearing things. Hey, everybody in the chat. I see Tiger Lily and Mary R. and Mid-Century Wasted. Tiger Purple. Empty Nesting.
Oh my gosh, Tiger Lily. I am a terrible person. Every time I see your name, I forget that I have not mailed you that thing that's laying on my desk.
Laura.
I'm going to do it.
I'll make sure it gets done.
Good grief.
What a nightmare.
Hey, everybody.
Okay, so if you haven't heard, we're doing this really fun thing tonight called Power Hour, okay?
It's pretty exciting.
Do you know who all I've got scheduled to come on here?
You keep just dribbling out the information in little bitty pieces. So no, I don't even know who all's on here.
I haven't told her anything.
I don't know the questions. I don't know I know a few people. I could guess some.
So here's the deal. At 9:30, so in 30 minutes, it's 9:30 Central Time. So in 30 minutes, we're going to start having guests on, and we're going to have one guest every 5 minutes for an hour.
Are you going to make sure that it's 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to cut them off.
What if I want to talk to somebody for longer than 5 minutes?
We can't.
Why?
Because it's scheduled.
If they want to stay around, can we bring them back on at the end?
I don't know. I think it's scheduled. It's like rapid fire rounds.
Well, I think that'll be fun.
We're going to bring them on, ask them a bunch of questions. I've got a bunch of cards here. I've got a bunch of, they're loaded questions. That's what everybody's going to be getting, are a bunch of loaded questions. So I've got questions to ask.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then we're going to do them one after the other. It's going to be great.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So
I don't know what to expect here.
So since we're doing that at 9:30, we want to go ahead and start with the Fatbird 5.
Yes.
Okay. So let me.
Maybe it's got rules.
I do. I do.
You mean business?
Well, we've got to be efficient. if I'm keeping a schedule, it's
Isn't that
are
fun?
we speed dating 30 people tonight?
Oh,
Yeah,
we are.
pretty much.
We should have said that.
Pretty much. Okay, so the Fatbird 5, if you're not familiar with other live sales, we are going to sell 5 items tonight. Each item has a price and an item number. We will, is something wrong?
I was going to send you a note covertly and not disturb you.
I feel like you got up
I
fast.
did get up fast, but I was trying not to disturb you.
Everybody, look! It's a great night. Look, I did my nails.
Wow, Laura, your
Isn't
nails
that
look great.
Isn't that nice? Yep.
Okay,
I'm ready.
So each item is going to have a price and an item number. If you are the very first person to type the item number into the chat, you will win the opportunity to purchase the item. Okay? We will send out invoices on Sunday evenings, but what we need from you, if you do win the opportunity to win the item, is you will need, yay, nice.
Thanks. Nikki got me this shirt for Christmas.
If you do win the opportunity to purchase the item, we're going to need your name, your PayPal email address, and your mailing address, and we need you to send that to fatbirdfinds@gmail.com. Is that good?
You got this down.
I feel
You're
in a
good at
hurry. I feel rushed.
Why was that little banner across the bottom smaller than usual?
Because I changed it.
Oh, you didn't even tell me that.
Yes. Yes. So I've got one of my people asking if they can go in an earlier time slot, and the answer is yes. Yes. Michelle, if you're there, please pass that along. Or you can pass that along.
I'll pass it.
Yep. That'd be great.
Oh, good. Vintage memories. You remember the measuring cups that we sold, Mary Beth, with the little bees on them and they made a hive?
Yes.
We put those on eBay and she got them.
Oh, that's
But
adorable.
my gosh, they've been floating around forever. Thank God you got them. Oh,
I love it.
Lord.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to start with the Fatbird 5. It's just like any other live sale that you've probably seen. Okay?
Yep, first to claim it is the winner. When we're not doing mystery boxes tonight because we just don't have one tonight. But we were doing the spin the wheel thing and it takes a little longer, so we'll make up for it next week. We'll do an extra one.
Yeah, we'll do a couple mystery boxes next week, definitely.
But this one's just the first one to claim it.
Okay.
Gets to buy it.
So the first thing we've got tonight is a pair of these really nice and simple Fire King coffee mugs.
I know, Sammy. She's got me so on the schedule. She's like, there is no time for chit chat, Laura. Cut it out.
So those say Fire King, as you can see. There you go. So I think also these would look cute with a little air plant in them or a succulent. They're just really cute.
I like those.
I love the simplicity of these.
Yeah, I'm not usually a big fan of white, but I really like those.
And there is a little bit of wear. I mean, these have been used. These are vintage after all. But they don't have any chips or cracks. And I just think that those are darling.
I'm trying to chat in between Mary Beth. I'm drinking rum and Coke. Mary Beth's drinking water.
Oh, I'm drinking
because
water.
She's on a cleanse.
I am. I have cleansed for 5 days so far. For the past 5 days, I've only had fruit and vegetables. It's been difficult, but that's ending. But anyway, I haven't had any Mountain Dew. Water only. I had extreme headaches, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
And you still weren't feeling too great earlier.
I feel very tired. I feel very like my energy level is just.
We're about to jack it up here.
Yeah,
your energy level.
We're doing real good.
It's gonna be good.
Lavish Mango is my sponsor, my Mountain Dew sponsor. Okay, so the mugs, back to business.
Yeah,
Laura.
They are a bargain. You get both of those for $9. Both mugs, $9. Number 84.
Number 84.
Where did you go?
I went to put them away. All right, I see you, Karen Radford. Karen Radford, 84, and she's on Periscope. So I did forget to mention that we do stream to Facebook and Periscope as well. So we take the first person who comes through on our end of the stream. So we get everybody's chats together. So Karen Radford from Periscope has got that one.
Yeah, and Nicole Oles, I see you there. Nikki, right? I'm getting your package ready to go. She bought something from a video.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, she bought the fairy lights from the video.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
I love those.
So we got yours all ready to go. Actually, if you do buy something, I can go ahead and put it in the same box. Okay, what's next?
I have a little tin here. We like these. We like to pick these up when we find them. This is the Dar England tins.
Are you sure? Did it say that?
Yeah. Designed by Dar, D-A-H-E-R.
Okay.
Container made in England is what that says.
Hey, Misty.
Don't ask me if I'm sure. Okay, so that's what we've got there.
Gosh, I'm getting excited. I can see people down there.
Laura. So this one's really pretty. I love all these flowers on there. And this one's in really good shape. Sometimes when we find these, they're not in the best condition, but this one is excellent.
I like that little scallop shape, and I will move right along. So it's just $9. $9 for the tin, and it's number 78.
$9, number 78.
Hey, Erin. Erin says she loves those tins.
Me too.
There's Vinny. Hi, Vinny. I'm getting so excited.
Okay, let's see. I've got Nicole Olds
Okay.
as the first person.
So, see, she's already adding to her box.
She is. You haven't shipped that, right?
Nope.
Okay, so we can combine that for you. Perfect.
Yeah. Great.
Thanks, Nikki. Okay.
Somebody said they found one at an estate sale today. That's cool. They sell very well. They're pretty popular. Hey, George, look at this.
We've been told that George collects this, although I don't know of who told us that. I don't remember.
I don't know. 2 or 3 people said that he likes Maurice of California pottery.
He's laughing.
Look, he's laughing. This is probably something completely different.
1976 is what that says.
He's laughing about that.
Okay, so the lid has got these really pretty peppers and mushrooms.
Isn't that cute? You know you guys love the mushrooms, but it's so cool, right? It's dated 76, very 70s. And I love how it's marked up on the bottom and everything.
Me too.
And we found that showed that in our Goodwill video the other day. So
it's got that really great mark on the bottom.
That one is $14. It's got the 2 pieces, the lid and the pot, all in good condition. $14, and it's number 22.
Number 22.
Hey, Thrifty. Hey, Miss Pamela.
Pamela.
Miss Pamela.
I love
Annie
Pamela.
P. Hi, Annie P. Kennetha. That's a cool name.
All right, here we go. Here's what we got next. I have some quail.
Okay.
I have some brass quail. Here's the little one.
Oh, he's cute.
And here's the bigger one.
Yep, and they're in their tarnished boho state.
They are.
You can polish those up if you want to, but nobody wants to anymore.
They have little pieces of felt here on the bottom. I do want to show you. They are, you know, a little bit worn there on their beaks on one side. That side looks pretty great. And that one is a little bit worn. And his mom is pretty much the same way, which is interesting. They're, you know.
Those are super cute. You can use those as a paperweight, Mary Beth.
You could. And they are quite heavy.
Okay, so they come as a set. It's just $12.
$12.
$12 for both of them, and it's number 3.
Number 3. Those are some cuties.
Michelle, did you make an alcoholic drink? Michelle said she's made a drink. Michael Todd. Hi, Michael.
Catherine Young, I've got you first for number 3 on the quail. Thank you, Catherine Young.
You're moving right along. You're planning on staying on schedule.
Well, I like to stay on schedule. Then, is this our last item?
This one is, and yeah.
Right. I love this.
I can't believe you're going to part with that.
I know. This is one of my favorite things that we've picked up here lately.
This came with, oh yeah, somebody said we started early with the Fatbird 5. We did. We usually start at 9:15, but we want to get everybody on tonight.
Yeah.
And some don't want to stay up so late, so some of our guests.
Okay, so this is Moon and Star. This is an Amber Moon and Star candy dish. I love the way this lid is. So the lid has these like cutouts where it sits on the base just perfectly.
Isn't that cute? That's
yeah,
so cute.
It just fits on those scalloped edges perfectly. I just think that is so pretty.
I don't think there's any chips. I mean, I haven't seen any on there.
No.
If there are, they're so tiny that I can't see them.
Yeah, I've looked all over this several times and I haven't seen any damage at all.
So that is a sweet little candy dish.
I love it.
We're going to go, somebody's going to get a bargain because we're going to go right in the middle of the eBay comps.
Right.
For that. So $18. It's 2 pieces. Of course, the lid and the base. $18 for the Moon and Stars, and it's number 48.
Number 48 for the Moon and Star. It's Moon and Star,
Oh, sorry.
not stars. Did you know that?
That's true. It's stars and bars, right? Moon and star, singular. Is that true?
Yeah.
George is going, yes. That's right.
I was going to say, I'm like 99% sure that it's Moon and Star, singular. We had a lot of takers on the candy dish.
Yeah, that was a good price on that.
But the first person I see is Karen Radford
Aw.
over on Periscope. So thanks, Karen.
Karen Radford again. Thank you, Karen. Good to see you, Miss Karen.
Nice. And before you guys ask, I did tell you last week that this week we would have a bonus. So this is our 6th item.
She says that's for her son. That's nice.
Oh, cute. And we do have a bonus elephant this week.
Oh, that's from your A+ haul, Mary Beth.
It is. So look at her. She's got these little flowers.
I think Jocelyn found one of those.
Oh, really?
A couple weeks ago, yeah.
And then she's got this little flower in her hair up here. It's actually her ear. She's got her ear pinned back. But yeah, there's her trunk. So she's our little bonus elephant. And that would be really cute with a little air plant.
Oh, isn't she cute?
I love it.
That is so cute.
There's the back. No chips or cracks that I have seen.
And what I love about her is it's just the right size. See, if you're like me, you can't grow plants, not even air plants. You can put something else in there.
But yeah, no chips or cracks, maybe a little bit of paint wear, but I think this is in really excellent shape. And she is just so cute.
Oh, she is so sweet. Is it a girl?
I think so. She's got a flower pin.
Did you name her?
I think her name is like Elsie or something.
Okay, so the bonus elephant this week is $14, and it's number 92.
$14, number 92.
Sandra said that looks like a pig, not an elephant.
Aww.
It's not as long.
Okay, guys, the first person I had come through on my end was Stephanie Quinn-Howard.
Hey, that's a new name to me. Is it to you?
That's a new name to me as well. So congratulations, Stephanie, and thank you so much.
And Stephanie, of course, you see our email. You probably know the drill.
Yes. So if you were Karen Radford, Nikki Olds, Catherine Young, or Stephanie Quinn-Howard, send us an email, fatbirdfinds@gmail.com. We need your real name. We need your PayPal email address, and we need your shipping address. Laura and I usually source or take off the day on Saturday, and then we do invoices on Sunday evenings.
Mm-hmm.
So you can expect an invoice from us on Sunday evening along with shipping based on your address.
That's right.
Okay. I think that was the fastest we've ever done the Fatbird 5, and I did it so fast that I forgot to do our graphic for it.
Oh, we didn't get to see the news update.
Let's just do it now for good measure.
Do it. I'm talking away here. Mary Beth is like gotten tickled. She's like, you're muted when that's playing.
I told Laura,
Thank
like,
you very much.
Nobody can hear you.
There's our. I was wondering if we were too fast for our first guest. Mary Beth, we have 237 people. They're ready to see all these fun guests that we have.
I know, but now then, we did the Fatbird 5 so fast that we have a few minutes that we can breathe now.
All right, that's
before
good.
we start.
That's good. Sherry says, "Hi everyone, I'm a new subscriber.
Yay!
Heard about us through Misty's channel.
Yay!
So thanks, Sherry,
Thank
and
you,
welcome.
Sherry. That's great.
Sherry, you're here on a great night because
You
we've got
are.
a whole hour's worth of guests.
We do.
You don't have to just listen to us.
We're starting in like 12 minutes, and we're going to have a lot of people on here. It's going to be fun.
Mom, look at my mom welcoming people. Isn't that awesome?
Your mom's so good. I'm going to go refill my water. You can read the chat.
Oh, great. Mom, are you getting ready? George is going to be on here. You can ask him anything you want. Of course, Mary Beth is, a slave driver. She's probably not going to allow us to ask any questions. She's going to keep us on schedule.
Of course.
We've got the fun questions, the loaded questions. Is anybody nervous? I'm nervous. I mean, we have lots of loaded questions, but
they're literally loaded questions. It's going to be fun.
Nicole, you find the best stuff. I swear Ohio is empty. Well, I know. It feels like that sometimes, doesn't it? But we feel that way here.
We do feel
Quite a
that way
bit.
here. Definitely.
We'll have to ask George where he's been finding the most stuff lately. He's the one that gets out traveling around. We only know what's around here. Vinny, Katie's doing great. Thanks for asking. She's perfect. And Vinny, were you here when we said it's a boy? If you guys didn't know, it's a boy.
It's a boy.
So yeah, we're excited about that.
Yay.
Pam Clift. Hi, Pam. Pam's new.
We love our newbies, Pam. Welcome. That's exciting.
Yes, Jeffrey is kind enough to shout us out on his sale. I think he had 800 or 900 people tonight.
Jeffrey's,
Awesome.
He's so good to
It's
us.
fantastic. It's a wonderful sale.
He's great. We love him.
Did anybody see that owl that he sold at the end?
Wasn't that pretty?
Oh my God, it's so
It
cute.
was almost, it was red, but it almost had some amber in it too.
Yeah, it was really awesome.
Really pretty. Love it. Okay, so what else is happening?
Misty says, Fat Birds, I'm feeling a need for a trip to the shed soon.
Yes.
Me too, Misty.
Come on, Misty.
You're not that far away.
Hey, I had a thought. When we were visiting Evansville, Indiana,
Yes.
I was thinking to myself, I was like, I wonder how far this is for Misty. And I think it would be about halfway. Like if she came down to Evansville, Indiana, and we went up, that would be like the perfect rendezvous.
Yes. Ooh, a rendezvous. There's nothing like a good rendezvous.
I know.
That's awesome.
I think that would be great.
And Katie says, Vintage and Vinyl says, I want to go to the shed.
Come on, Katie. It'll be great.
Mom gets tickled. She loves the fact that everybody's fascinated with the shed. She's like, because it's just common for her.
Right.
If you come to the shed, you got to go to Layman's. It's right around the corner.
Yeah. Karen Radford just said that's not far.
Oh.
So Misty from Evansville.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we did that on a whim the other day. We didn't want to put Misty on the spot. Oh, Emma lives in Evansville. There you go. Misty just said Emma. Her daughter lives in Evansville. I didn't know that. I didn't know that's where she went to school.
Well, there you go.
Did she go to... I'll talk to you in a minute. She said, I'll be there in about a month. Well, you let us know. Maybe we'll meet you when you go see her. Of course, you're going to be there to visit Emma. But
she's going to be busy.
That's true.
Vinny says that he would love to visit Paducah maybe once COVID is over. That's what we've run into. We've had a bunch of people that we've wanted to meet up with and thought we might be able to meet up with, but it just never seemed like it was the best idea or the right idea or the safe idea. And so we've just kind of not done that, right? So I'll be super glad when we can
We're going to be excited too. The funny part is we've all made such great friends and gotten so close in a time where we can't visit each other. And I guess that's kind of why, because we've all just been on YouTube hanging out. And so it's kind of worked out perfectly because now we all know each other. And when we can start traveling, I think we're just going to be like on the next bus.
That would be
do
great.
People take buses anymore? I guess we'll just, rent a car.
I don't know about buses.
Somebody said they were going across country. Wait a minute. Poteet's Vintage Finds, making a cross-country thrift tour starting in June. Would love to meet up. Fantastic.
I'll be right back.
I have always, Mary Beth's leaving me again. You guys are going to think this is funny, but I have always thought that would be a great money-making idea. Like to have those tours, like where people rent out the buses and have a tour guide like Joy or George that goes on the bus with you at all the different stops. And, you can shop and then somebody can like do the haul on the bus and talk about what everybody found and what they bought. I think that would be so much fun. Then go out at night, stay in a hotel, do some karaoke. I think that would be great. George, I think that you should add that to your agenda of things to do. Sign me up, everybody's saying. I do think it would be so much fun, especially now that everybody wants to meet everybody and go with everybody. That would be the way to do it. A big old tour bus full of people. I think that's awesome. My mom loves a good bus trip. Don't you, Mom? Everybody's just drooling over the idea of a bus trip with George.
I want to go on a bus trip with George.
I know, right? You don't even like a bus trip, but it would be great with George, wouldn't it?
It would be great. Okay, so we're about 5 minutes until our first guest.
No, let's do it.
Now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to shake you up a little bit. You're always in charge. Let's just do it.
Oh my gosh. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So let me just explain again to everybody what we're doing. Okay. So we've invited a bunch of friends to join us for an hour. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I've got this stack of loaded questions. I've got all these questions that I'm going to ask. It's going to be like rapid fire. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
Ready.
So
I'm ready. I don't even know what's happening.
So I did have one person not feel well tonight. And so I took somebody that asked from the bottom of the list to be moved to the top. So that's going to be our first person.
Okay.
So what I'll do when I bring these people on is I'll ask them to introduce themselves. We'll say hi for a second, and then we'll rapid fire these questions, and then we'll just keep it going.
Katie from Vintage and Vinyl says, you're going to throw the schedule off, Mary Beth.
I know. Don't be mad at me.
Maybe everybody can go with the flow.
Was it Jamie or Katie?
It was Katie. Vintage and Vinyl. We'd have to, everybody's still talking about the bus. I know, it would be so awesome. My cousin, one time he has passed away now, but one time he took us all, the whole family, like 30 people. He rented a bus and we took a bus to New Orleans and got on a cruise.
Wow.
It was so much fun.
Very fancy.
Yes, but the whole bus idea, somebody out there can make that happen.
Let's do it.
I think somebody should make that happen.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and bring on the first person right now. And oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Boom, here we go. It's Michael.
Hello.
Todd,
How
It's
are
Michael
you?
Todd. Good. How are you ladies
so
tonight?
excited.
I'm very
We're doing
excited
good.
too. I'm very
It's
excited.
really awesome to have you on our channel.
I was super excited. I got the message and I was like, of course I'm going to do this. What do you are seriously? I was flattered. I'm very
I'm used to
excited.
seeing you on the 4-way sale,
I know,
Yes,
right?
but yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Michael, please introduce yourself and your channel.
Okay. Well, I'm Michael Todd, as most of you know me as just a subscriber, a viewer, a chatter. I don't have a YouTube channel. I do have Instagram, and the Instagram is The Cult of Vintage, which you see my little orange banner down there. So we stick into the Instagram right now, but YouTube is definitely on the horizon, shall we say.
I can't imagine why it wouldn't be.
YouTube is where it's at.
It is.
Okay, well you can reserve us a spot when you are officially on.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Please.
Okay,
Open
Michael, are you
invitation.
ready?
We're ready.
Okay. If you were a city commissioner, what would you do to make your city better?
That's like a huge list. I think education would always be number one. I think local trade would be good. Small business concentration. I really think investing in technological infrastructure. So that way, right now we have like a one service provider town. So having other service providers, just so that way we would be able to have more competition. We would be more up to date in technology, things like that.
Very nice. Very good answer.
And what is your town for people that don't know? What part of the country do you live in? You don't have to say specifically if you don't want to.
Oh no, I live in Northumberland. It's north central Pennsylvania.
Awesome.
It's a one-horse town.
We know all about those.
Mhm.
Erin said she saw you, Nikki, just run by here.
I wasn't sure how sneaky I would be.
Okay, Michael, what is your favorite cliche?
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm gonna say, what is it when the times get tough, the tough get going.
Very nice. Very nice. What would you guess your IQ is?
What's the scale, Mary Beth?
I don't know.
Okay, but here's
my IQ must not be very good if I don't know that.
No, I think but see, isn't like IQ moderately subjective? I guess it depends on what doctor. I'm above average. How about that?
Very good answer. Very good answer.
I would totally agree with that.
I'm for it.
What was or what is currently your favorite stuffed animal?
What was, I will say, would probably be what was a Cabbage Patch Kid that my grandmother, she got all of the grandkids a Cabbage Patch Kid when they first came out. And I had mine. His name was Xavier. I still remember that.
Oh,
very nice.
Yeah.
So did you get one of the original ones, like that came with adoption papers, like
Yeah,
not the mass-produced ones, but the original?
Oh no! I didn't get. It was one of the ones that came out in the '80s, where there was like that. All those ladies were like rioting, trying to get their kids or their grandkids, the Cabbage Patch Kids. Yeah, my grandmother was in the mix, but she got us all one.
Nice. Michael, I'm sorry, the chat is cracking me up. I don't know if you're reading it, but they're like, his voice is delicious. Michael gives the best eyes. Oh my gosh, I love his laugh.
It's so true.
Well, thank you.
Okay, I think we've got time for one more. So what was your favorite book growing up?
Oh my goodness, I can't remember the author, but that was easy. The book was called Mostly Michael. and I got it during one of those do you remember that when you would have like a day in school and you got to go to a room and pick out a free book? I
Oh,
got it
yes.
during it was 5th grade. I had gotten that book in 5th grade, and obviously I was attracted to it because it was mostly Michael. My name was Michael, and I probably
How
read that
adorable.
book fell apart. I remember putting skateboard tape on it to keep it together. The binding was so loose. I loved that book.
Oh, that's adorable.
I love it.
Mhm.
Well, Michael,
Yeah.
that's going to wrap that up. But thank you so much. I know that was super fast.
I don't know. This is a great idea, except I don't want to let people go.
I know.
I
But
know,
we'll
but
have to have you.
I appreciate it, and thank you for letting me come on earlier. Like, I know it was all very last minute, but I was like, "Oh my gosh, okay, we're gonna do this." But then Michelle was like, "You can get on early," and I was like, "Okay."
Awesome.
All right, Michael. Promise that you'll come back and join us on Flippin and Sippin soon.
I look forward to it.
Okay.
All
See
right,
you
ladies,
later.
have a good night.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Okay, are you ready for our next one?
No,
We
it's
gotta-
a whirlwind.
We gotta keep it going. It's gonna be great.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, our next person it's George, the antique nomad.
Hey there.
George, our new tour guide.
Yes, I'm in.
So where are you, George? Are you traveling?
I'm in St. Petersburg right now. I'm in Florida because I've got antique shows. I just had one last weekend for New Year's, and I've got one next weekend.
Awesome. So if anybody's living under a rock, why don't you, introduce yourself for those people?
Oh, well, thank you. Yes, I'm George, and I go by the moniker The Antique Nomad. That's my YouTube channel. I'm on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. Well, I don't do a lot of Facebook, but anyway, I'm out there. And I just really love taking people around and showing everybody the interesting things I see and the crazy things that we do in this business. And I do all sorts of things, and I love to talk about stuff and what it is and why it's there.
Awesome. Very good.
I'm just going to use my daughter privilege here and read my mom's comment to George.
Yes.
She says, "Hi, George. Love the West Palm Beach video."
Oh, thank you. Hi, Joy.
Oh, boy.
All right, George, question number 1. If you could be a famous actor, writer, athlete, artist, or musician, which would you choose?
Oh, okay. Well, this might surprise you because I tried the musician thing and it was great, but it conflicted with antique shows because it all happens on the weekend. So I picked antiques. I'm not an actor because you've seen my channel. I actually my childhood dream was to be the starting left defender for the Seattle Sounders soccer team. So athlete.
Wow.
Nice. You're right.
How cool. I had no idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. I don't look like it.
That's fantastic. I'm sorry, I'm peeking at the chat, and like I always do. And Charlotte, our friend Charlotte from England?
Yes.
Charlotte, she says, ask you about the Maurice of California.
Okay, yes. Well, the reason I was laughing, if you could see me backstage, is Maurice comes up in my book, but the Maurice story that I couldn't tell in my book is that Maurice was actually involved with the criminal underworld and started the pottery to launder money. And by 1976, he was pretty close to being 6 feet under. So that pottery, that might have been one of the last things they made.
Wow.
Oh, that's so fascinating. I'm really glad. I'm glad it didn't sell now. I'm going to keep it.
I have to admit, I kind of liked it.
Very cool. See, George knows literally everything,
Yes.
right?
That's great.
Okay, George, what would be the worst occupation in the world?
I think for me, the worst occupation would have to be something where you sit in an office all day with no windows.
I have done that.
Yeah.
I had a cubicle with no windows, and that was, whew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've passed up a few jobs like that in my time just because of that. I think that would be bad.
Yeah,
I agree.
I couldn't do it.
Okay, George, so what is your greatest phobia?
I'm actually kind of claustrophobic. That's probably the one that I've actually had to deal with. I mean, you can imagine lots of things you'd be scared of if they happen, but that one actually happens to me. I did a video from an attic recently, and I kind of have the heebie-jeebies the whole time. I try not to let it show, but I don't like tight spaces very much.
I started to say that's probably kind of bad for you if you get into a really crowded hoarder kind of estate.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an extra thrill that I'm not necessarily liking, but it happens and you just cope, but it's not my favorite.
I'm laughing because Zeno has thrown his hat in the ring with tech support being the worst possible occupation for you.
That actually is the thing I need the most help with, yes. Because texting me that I'm looking into the wrong camera, which I don't know how that happens, so.
That's great. Okay, so if you were on a deserted island, what music album would you want with you?
Oh, I
That's a good one.
think you'll approve of this one. So I like swing and jazz, and I like rock, and I like garage bands, and I like 90s bands, and I like guitar, and I like acoustic. And so the one I came up with is Jar of Flies by Alice in Chains. It has a little bit of all of that.
Yes.
You said that just for her, George.
No, I really thought about it, and I
He
think
was-
that'd be the one. I think I wouldn't get sick of it.
He was in Seattle, like in the day.
That's right. That's right.
I'm so jealous.
Zeno's come through again saying that you've crawled through Mammoth Cave. Man, if you've done that, your claustrophobia must be well in check.
We did it, and it was only because I was with he and a friend of ours, and I was just like, okay, if they can do it, I have to do it. And especially because when you're in the middle slithering through on your belly and you can barely crawl through the hole,
Oh, man.
you don't have a moment to freak out. It's just like, no,
Yeah, you just got to go. Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, let's see. What is the funniest movie that you've ever seen?
Oh, I have really sophomoric taste, so I really like Airplane.
Oh, my God, that's great. Do you know an airplane quote?
I don't.
Oh, you let me down.
I don't. I've seen it, but
She's the movie quote person.
I
I don't.
it's been forever since I've seen it, and I don't think I could come up with one.
Don't call me
Unfortunately.
Shirley.
Yes.
There you go. Okay, so what is the first thing you notice when you meet someone?
Oh, that's good.
Oh, until this year, things have changed. Until this year, I was always really bad at noticing what color people's eyes are. And now that that's all you can see, I pay attention to people's eyes.
Nice.
I would say that that's really true.
You know what I've heard? I've heard that there's a big uptick in people getting work done around their eyes and stuff because that's all you can see.
Yeah, I have to admit, I'm just like, oh, wow, where did this wrinkled forehead come from?
No doubt, man.
Okay, George, I think we've got time for one more. Let's see. What book do you associate being a book that you would have to read for school?
Oh, well, all the obvious answers. I grew up outside of a Navy town, Bremerton, Washington, and the school district was not really big on the classics. And I'm really not well read. And so actually none would be the answer.
Very good. I love all the good answers.
I know. Can I have one more? Can I ask one more?
Yeah, you have
Okay.
one?
Yeah, this is not really a loaded
You better
question.
hurry.
I just want to know where you think is the best thrifting or the best shopping that you go to.
Ooh, okay.
Like just like a whole area.
Okay, this is just to be fast, and it really changes with the season, but thrifting in Colorado is great. Yvonne's not just making it up. I really do well in Florida in the wintertime because it's like people save it up for the wintertime. Even the local people wait to have their big sales if they can and stuff, so there's all sorts of things. And then in the summer, honestly, I like to go down, I haven't done it in years, but I like to go to California and hit like the Rose Bowl and LA and then bring it all back up to the Northwest and sell it there.
Awesome.
Jamie's doing the dance here when you said Rose Bowl.
Well, George, we want to thank you so much for participating in our Power Hour. You've
So
been
fun.
great.
Thank
We
you.
love it.
When COVID is over, we expect to be on the bus. We expect for you to be here. We expect to be having drinks with you and Zeno in person on the show. Lots of good stuff.
Lots of good stuff.
All right.
Can't wait. Bye.
Bye, George. All right, next person.
Oh my
Here we
God.
go.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
And it's Misty.
Misty.
How you doing, Misty?
Ooh, I'm looking very blue.
I hope that you're not blue. I hope your mood is not blue.
Oh no, not at all.
I was checking out the chat, and people were like, I think Misty said, do you really think that Michelle and I can talk for just 5 minutes?
Right? I know.
It's gonna be hard.
Okay, so again, if somebody's under a rock, introduce yourself and your channel.
Oh, I'm Misty, otherwise known as Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter, and I have a YouTube channel called Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter.
No introduction needed.
No, not at all. And if you're like me, if you've practiced, you can say Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter.
Yeah, I know. I didn't pick a real easy name that just kind of rolls off of your tongue, but
But it's so unique, and look at all those keywords.
I mean, it does show up in a search. So
I'm telling you.
Okay, Misty, question number 1. If you could live in any decade of history, which one would it be and why?
any decade, the 1930s.
Mm.
Probably. It's just like Hollywood Regency and glamour. Like I love old Hollywood, and just thinking about, just early Hollywood in that time where like the guys wore their hats and the women were always dressed up so nice and they wore their gloves. I don't know. I like that whole era. Kind of like the gangster period, and I don't know, it's just fun.
Yeah, speaking of that era, guess what? I went down to Lehman's, and Mom had just found a Whiting and Davis mesh bag still in the box with the little receipt from like 1937. Isn't that
Oh my
adorable?
gosh, that's amazing.
And I couldn't even get my hands on it. She's already selling it to somebody that was in there.
Wow.
I actually found one of those in the bins one time, not in the box or anything, but a Whiting Davis purse in the bin. So that was, and I think I sold it for like $50 or $60.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's nice. That's a good bins.
I mean,
find.
when I could go to the bins. I haven't been to the bins in a year. So
Yeah.
Okay. How about name one celebrity that has no right being a celebrity?
I was thinking about this, and I don't know. The only person that can pop into my head is Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton, and that's the only person that's the first person that popped into my mind when I saw that. So yeah, Paris Hilton or the Kardashians.
I was wondering if that's what you were going to say. But you know what?
Women, though.
I kind of like the Kardashians. More
I
power
do too.
to them, man. If they can build something from nothing, not bad.
I mean, they've got some smarts. They do.
So, Misty, what is your favorite greasy appetizer?
Cheese curds. I love fried cheese. I love cheese in any form.
I'm a fan of cheese fries and ranch.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Just anything
that's some good
with cheese.
stuff.
It had to be cheese for Misty.
Exactly. Okay.
Cheese curds.
So, knowing what you know now, what would you do right after you graduated high school?
I would probably travel. Like I was just so,
That's a great answer.
just kind of contained in my own little area. I wish I would have just before you had anything to really tie you down, you weren't married, you didn't have any kids, just to travel. I think that's probably what I've done. But now it's kind of like with our kids are getting older, we can't because of COVID, but we're like, okay, we can travel a little easier. Well, we could, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Very
Yes.
good one. Okay.
That's a great answer.
Let's see. Okay. We've got time for one more. And I'm going to pick.
She's trying to get you a good one.
I'm trying to find you a good one. Who is your favorite television animal?
You guys are gonna laugh at this, and maybe I know that Laura will know who this is. Morris the cat.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah,
I don't know who that is.
I didn't think she would, but Laura knows, don't you, Laura?
Yes.
He's a commercial cat.
Here's my commercials.
Oh, I don't know that one. I'll have to look that one up.
He looks like a fat version of what's the little kitty next door to you that we love so much, the little yellow and white one?
It's a little yellow cat.
Thomas?
Yes.
There's
He's like
a
a fat
little
version of Thomas.
Well, and my cat was I had a cat that looked exactly like Morris the cat, and he passed away. His name was Conway Twitty Kitty, but but yeah, he just always reminded me of Morris the cat. So yeah, I love Morris the cat. I don't even think it was a
Conway
commercial.
Twitty Kitty.
All my cats are named after country western. I have Johnny Cash is actually Mr. Flufferpants, but his legal name is Johnny Cash.
That's
love
so
it.
great.
Misty, you have been a joy as always. I'm sorry it was just 5 minutes though.
That's okay.
Yeah, you're killing me with the 5 minutes.
Promise that you'll come back and join us soon.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Anytime.
All right. Good night, Misty.
Night. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. You ready for our next one? This is just like so fast.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I'm dying.
Here we go. I'm going.
Conway Twitty Kitty.
No, it's Vinny.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Laura. Hi, Mary
Hey,
Beth. How are
Vinny.
y'all?
We're good. How are you?
Very well. Happy to be off on a weekend.
Hey,
that's
there's nothing like
good.
being off on the weekends.
So in case
Right.
nobody knows, please introduce yourself and your channel.
Well, my name is Vincent, but I go by Vinny on YouTube and Instagram. Vintage Vinny is where you'll find me on Instagram. Same with YouTube. I've been a junker pretty much my whole life. Been antiquing and thrifting my whole life. And after I graduated high school, I decided to make a channel and share it with everyone.
Nice. Very good. Okay, we're going to jump right in. Vinny, if you could
Okay.
attend any sporting event, which one would it be?
That's a tough one. I have baseball fans in my family, and I would probably say a Babe Ruth or a Joe DiMaggio baseball game. Probably more Joe DiMaggio because Marilyn Monroe was his wife at some point.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Definitely. Good answer. Okay, so what about college? So what is college really good for?
I think if you have a set career put in place, like something that you really want to do, like a doctor or a lawyer, something that requires a college degree.
Awesome. Let's see.
Vinny, you're getting some love for your haircut in the chat. I'm
Thank
just trying
you. It was much needed. It really was.
to-
I'm getting mine cut tomorrow. Mine is about as long as it's ever been. So that's coming.
I was starting to look like a
Alright.
hippie, so I had to get mine done.
I could be like Sarah and cut your hair. Do you want to? Sarah cut Sam's hair.
I would let you cut my hair.
Can we? Do you want to put it on YouTube?
Well, I've already got a hair appointment, so maybe not.
Okay, well, maybe next time.
So, Vinny, how tall are you?
Oh, I had my physical a couple of months ago. I think they said 6'2" or 6'3". Can't really tell
So
if I put it down.
you're
but-
pretty tall.
Yeah.
So what are the advantages of being tall?
I can reach things that are high up that pretty much the average person couldn't. I could be in the grocery store randomly and someone will be like, "Oh, can you get that for me? Do you play basketball?" I'm like,
That's
no.
so funny. I don't know why. I'm so surprised by that. I don't know. I guess I never thought about it. I just can't believe you're that tall. That's awesome.
I know.
We're always sitting down in our videos,
Yeah.
so.
I know.
Okay, Vinny, how many minutes does it take you to get ready in the morning?
If I'm in a hurry, 5 minutes. If I'm on time, I'll usually get up, 15 minutes, before the half hour before I'm supposed to be at work. So I jump in the shower for 15 minutes and then it takes me 5 minutes to get dressed and fix my hair and everything. So it doesn't take me long at all.
Very nice. Okay, last question. What is the longest period of time that you have spent in a car?
18 hours.
Oh my gosh, where did you go?
Well, when we were little, we used to drive to Wisconsin, where my mom's family is. And when you're little, you got to make a lot of stops for food and for the bathroom. So, of course, it would take longer. And the last time we traveled up there, I think it only took us 12 because we didn't make hardly any stops.
Gotcha. Wow, that's a long time.
That is a long time.
Yeah,
Speaking of a long
I couldn't do
time,
that now.
speaking of a long time, our 5 minutes are over.
Not already.
That was fast.
What?
Somebody said
already?
I talked through all of Vinny's time. Ask him one more
Nah.
question.
Okay.
Somebody said I talked through it.
Okay, let's see.
It doesn't surprise me. Does it surprise anybody else?
If the plane you were flying in was about to crash, who would you want sitting next to you?
That's a good one.
Probably my mom.
Yeah, that's probably what I would say.
Yeah, that's probably a
That's
good
a good
answer.
Very good. Well, Vinny, we want to thank you so much for coming on. Sorry it was just 5 minutes. Hopefully
That's
we
all
can
right.
have
Thank you
back
for
on
having
soon.
me.
All right.
All
Good
right.
night,
I would
Vinny.
love to. Night.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
Bye.
Okay.
Isn't that sweet? He said his mom. That's so sweet.
It's very sweet.
Am I talking through people's tongues?
Yes.
No.
People are getting mad at you.
Oh my god.
Okay. Next person up. 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
No. I put the wrong person. It was Jamie.
I thought
Vinny
it was
like
supposed to be me.
exited. Vinny exited and like the things shifted. It was Jamie.
That was funny.
How are you doing, Jamie?
Good. Hi. Thanks for having me.
Good. I like your lighting in the background. It looks really good.
Thank you.
I'm feeling it. Okay, Jamie, we're going to jump right into it.
Blake said, "That's my wife. Look."
If you were forced to choose a profession for your child, what would you choose?
Okay.
Ooh.
Only because I want them to do something that they love. I'm not worried about them making tons of money or being successful or whatever. I want them to just be really happy with whatever career they choose. Keep in mind, my kids are 4 and 2. So their interests right now are limited. So right now, I would say that I would want them to be airline pilots because they are obsessed with airplanes.
God, that's
Even though
adorable.
I am absolutely terrified of flying. I have to be heavily sedated to go on a plane. And the idea of them actually flying planes for a living I wouldn't be able to function. But they would love it. So that's what I would choose for them.
Blake, I'm in charge of the chat, and I'm watching the chat for you. And your husband says they're watching, Jamie.
Aw.
Hi, Bo. Hi, Brody.
Yay. I forgot to ask you to introduce yourself in your
Yeah,
channel.
go ahead and
Oh.
do it now.
Yes, I'm Jamie. My channel is Mid-Century Wasted. And I'm based in Southern California, which George just said is one of the best places in the whole country to go thrifting and find antiques. So
To be honest, it's got to be one of the best places for anything.
just everything. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Jamie posted a picture of a radar the other day. They were getting like a thunderstorm and she was like so excited. And I was just like, wow. Wow, Jamie.
It's like twice a year we get a single bolt of lightning. So it's like, everyone run
Oh,
outside.
gosh.
There's lightning outside.
That's-
Hurry.
That's great.
Oh, that's so funny.
Okay, let's see. Next question. What is the meanest thing that you've ever done to someone?
Okay, I intentionally broke someone's car engine with a bean and cheese burrito.
Oh, wow.
How do you do that?
Okay, so I was in high school and a friend of mine was dating a guy and he cheated on her and it was a whole mess and I was really ticked off at him. And so I was walking home from school and I saw his car in the parking lot. And he had this vintage VW Bug that was lifted and souped up and it had this big exhaust pipe sticking up out of the back and a big flag on it. And this car was his baby. Like he loved this car. And I happened to have a bean and cheese burrito. And I'm just walking and I see his car and I was like, oh, there's that Eli's car. And I took the burrito and I shoved it in the tailpipe. And I just went on my merry way and went home. And I had no idea. And I didn't find out until years later. A guy I was dating at the time was in auto shop class with this guy, Eli. And he starts telling me, my boyfriend at the time starts telling me this story about this guy who pushes his car into the auto shop class because the engine seized up. And they took weeks dismantling this engine only to find a burrito was inside.
Oh my
the
God, that's
engine.
funny.
And everyone
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
what the heck? How is there a burrito inside your engine? Of course, I had no idea that it was going to get sucked in when he started the car. But it became this like legend in the high school. And somebody told me this story. And I was like, I did that. I'm the one who stuffed the burrito in this guy's car. And I was so happy because he really deserved it. He did some bad
God,
things to my
that's
friend.
so funny. Tiger Purple said, "Don't tick off Jamie outside of a Mexican restaurant."
Right?
Do not. If I can get some
That's
tacos or taquitos, you're done.
I don't know if that one's going to be beat.
Gosh, that's hilarious.
Okay.
And to hear about it from secondhand from somebody else is just priceless. It's so
Yeah.
funny.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you one more question. What is the best costume that you've ever worn for Halloween?
Okay, so as soon as our kids were born, our first son was born, I decided that we needed to do family costumes. And because I'm a little twisted, I wanted them to be all based on horror movies. Because dressing a kid up like a horror movie is hilarious. So last year, like 2019, last year, the four of us dressed up as Silence of the Lambs. And I was Clarice, my little 1-year-old at the time. We dressed him up like a lamb, and I put my hand over his mouth for like the pictures. And then Blake, my husband, was a police officer, and he was pushing our 3-year-old on a dolly with the straitjacket and the Hannibal Lecter mask. And we actually went trick-or-treating like that, rolling him up to every door, like strapped to a dolly.
Oh my
That
God.
is so ridiculously funny.
That's crazy.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Wow. I can't even deal with that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Well, Jamie, thank you so much for being on here. I'm sorry.
Wait, one more thing.
Yeah.
Blake said tell them about the Shining costumes.
Oh, before Brody was born, I was pregnant, and we did The Shining. And so I was, I forget her name in the movie, and I had like a knife, like a rubber knife, and our Bo was the little kid on the tricycle who like rides the tricycle through the halls, and Blake was the Jack Nicholson character with the axe. And he went to the costume shop to get a fake axe, and it turned out that fake axes cost more than real axes. So he went to Home Depot and he bought a real axe. So we went trick-or-treating with him carrying like a real axe through the streets.
I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
It probably is. We could have gotten arrested.
Oh my
Wow.
God, that's so funny. Now tell me the boys' names again because I want to say hi.
Bo and Brody.
Bo, Brody. Hi.
Yay.
We can't wait to see this year's Halloween costume.
Yes. Jamie, thank you so much for being on here. I'm sorry it was so short, but come again soon, please.
I will, anytime.
Bye, Jamie. Good night.
Bye.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, so funny.
Our next people really are Thrift You.
Thrift You.
Hey,
Hi,
Sam and
guys.
Sarah.
How's it going?
Hey, Sam and Sarah, I'm trying to talk Mary Beth into letting me cut her hair.
Just do it.
I was telling Laura I needed a haircut, and she was like, "Did you see that video?" I was like, "I didn't see it." She was like, "Oh my gosh, you've got to see that video."
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it was like,
I'm never going to live down the screwdriver in place of a comb.
The screwdriver was just like the perfect touch.
I literally cried.
Yeah, it's the coup de
She
grace.
really cried. Mary Beth goes, she didn't really cry. I said, no, she did.
I said, "Are you sure she wasn't like laughing
Yeah,
so
no,
hard
that-
that she
yeah,
was
that's what
crying?"
They
she
were laughing, crying. It was tears of happiness, really.
It was both.
It was
Okay, now let's do this.
tears of joy.
Okay,
Tears
so I've got
of,
a really
"Oh,
fun.
Mom, you and your talents."
Yeah. That's what it was.
I've got a really fun question for you guys right off the bat. If you ran a 1-900 number, what would be the topic of your phone line?
Go ahead, you go first.
Well, my topic would be like secret picking locations.
Mhm.
Like, hi, this is Harold. I just found vintage Halloween at booth number 18 at Brass Armadillo. Go.
Go, go, go.
Go, roll, go. That's what my channel.
Move in, move in.
Yeah, that's my 900 because I'm
That's
very
great.
thankful, as
Mine,
you know.
Oh, that's fantastic.
mine would be for you to call in and say what your Harry Potter house is,
Oh God,
and for me to tell you why you're wrong.
the difference between us.
My kids would love that one.
That's so good. So good. So, guys, what are you thinking about right now?
I'm thinking about Scotcheroos.
That is so funny because so am I.
Oh my God, twins.
Wow.
Scotcheroos.
Very
You know what,
nice.
this story,
You think-
we kind of think we are psychic. in
Yeah, we
this
do.
family.
We do think there's a bit of witchy in us.
Interesting.
So
I like it.
Watch yourself.
Mhm.
I'm feeling it.
Yes, we did not compare answers.
No.
We didn't.
Okay, guys. What one person or thing best represents the 1980s?
You go first.
I'm going to say either a scrunchie or Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
Oh, both
I
very good
thought-
answers.
definitely Michael Jackson and Ronald Reagan.
Mm.
Not
Very good answers.
not a fan, but still. I mean, he is who he is. We have to, but he defined the 80s. And now we are.
I would
where
say,
we are.
you know, like Olivia Newton-John, let's get physical.
Oh, yeah.
Cyndi
You know what
Lauper.
else I thought too? Madonna.
Oh,
Because I did-
Madonna
you
was
guys
my
remember that
80s
one
person.
movie, Desperately Seeking Susan. My husband had to help me here. And the way she dressed, oh, I so desperately wanted to be,
Seeking Susan.
yeah.
Mm.
I so wanted to be that person. So I wore like, you know, because I graduated in 85. So I wore like, you know, I had like asymmetrical hair and I had like
Did you
safety pins in my plaid, you know, mini skirts.
Did you have the lace glove with the fingers cut
I
out?
believe I did.
Oh my God. First
I
of
had
all,
Only if you were going
how
out.
much she hates self-expression.
Yeah.
If we so much as even look at something purple, we're out of the family. Christ on
What
a
about
cross.
the what
I
about the
combat
fad?
people.
Sarah, did you wear the one small earring and then the one great big earring like Miss Jackson?
I don't know if I did that. I did have
Like Janet
asymmetrical hair
Jackson?
though. My hair was long on this side and then
Oh my
really
God.
short on this side. You know, combat boots, that whole thing. With my plaid
Oh.
mini skirt and safety
You
pins.
two are some of my favorite people, just so you know.
Michelle
Back,
says
back
Molly.
at ya.
Michelle says Molly Ringwald. They used to say that I look like Molly
Oh,
Ringwald.
Molly Ringwald. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. What was that movie? The 16 Candles. I love that movie.
Yes.
And The Breakfast Club. Absolutely.
Okay, who do you think killed JFK?
Donald Trump.
The Queen.
Period.
Both great answers.
I'm sticking with my answer.
I'm sticking with mine.
Donald J. Psychopants Trump. Yes.
Mr. Trump.
Yes. That's
Oh.
my answer.
And lastly, what will you two be doing 10 years from today?
Oh God.
Well, here's what I'm going to be doing. I've got it planned. You know, in my notes and on my phone that serve as my idea board. I'm going to be in my cabin in the mountains. Now, I'll still live in Urbandale. I hate Urbandale, but I'll still live here. This is where.
But you'll move mountains here.
So my plan is to move the mountains here. No, my vacation mountains.
Okay.
Sam.
That you can physically bring. Are they transportable like a mobile
Christ.
home?
No, I'll be at my vacation home in the mountains.
Yeah. Okay.
Moron.
Because you love vacationing.
Then I'll be making assemblages and picking around that area, then coming back home to
Because
Urbandale.
there's a lot of thrift stores in the mountains.
You know,
You know
this
what? Did
overstuffed
you watch George? He said Colorado. Stupid moron.
this overstuffed house said Sarah could be in an old folks' home and she will still be making assemblages.
I've been
How do you
making
say that?
assemblages for the entirety of my life in one form or another. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. What were you going to be doing, smarty pants?
I will still be a slave to my children. So wild times. Everybody buckle
Very
up.
nice.
It's gonna get crazy. We're gonna be in high school.
Oh,
I started to say, you know, at least they're going to be old enough to possibly take care of themselves if the need arises.
Please.
no, they won't. You know they won't. You guys have kids. You know that's not true. That's just what we tell these guys.
Yeah.
I know.
By the way, what is up with that? We don't get what you call it money, stimulus money for them if they're 18 years old. That's when they're the most expensive.
Oh my God. Yeah. I used to think that too. When did they start making the cutoff for taxes? Like age 16? I'm like, what the living hell is this? This is when you need it the most. This is like when tennis
Exactly.
shoes cost $500. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I hear you.
Thanks, Ronald
Well-
Reagan.
Thanks, Obama.
Sam and Sarah, it has been an absolute pleasure to
I
have
love you guys.
Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night and a great weekend.
And I hope you come back and see us.
We
Oh, we
will.
will.
Bye,
Yeah,
guys.
We love you. Bye.
Bye. Okay, let's see. Are you ready for our next person?
Oh my gosh, this is like a whirlwind. It's so exciting.
It's a whirlwind.
It is.
But here we go. Make sure it's the right person. And it is. It's Jeffrey.
Hello. It's a
How are
tough act
you?
to follow with that one.
Right?
They are always a tough act to follow.
So you just had a terrific sale, Jeffrey. Good job.
Valentine's. It was really exciting.
Loved it.
Love that red owl.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, Jeffrey, if you were forced to give your life savings to a single charity, which would you choose?
Oh, my gosh. So I immediately think back to my grandma. She had Alzheimer's, and that is something that it was very tough to get through, because you're literally watching someone that you know and that knew you slip away right in front of your eyes. It's not like a quick thing at all. And so the only thing they have is your memory. Your mind is like your greatest asset. And to lose that is pretty awful. So I would think to find a cure for Alzheimer's would be probably where I would want to put my money, and it's more of a cure rather than kind of like a Band-Aid on anything else. So hopefully.
I think that is like the most beautiful and excellent answer ever. I think that's perfect.
It's very special to you too, right?
Yes, definitely. Okay, Jeffrey, what is the saddest movie you've ever seen?
Oh, these questions.
Oh, I know my answer to this.
So I don't watch a lot of sad movies, and I remember if they're sad, I generally don't watch them again or think about them again. But I do remember The Notebook being really bad, and like I couldn't. Like, I know that's like such a sappy film, but it's like it gets me. So, and I've watched that a couple times. I don't know why I do it to myself. That Titanic kind of at the end,
right?
It's so funny. I'm reading the chat, Jeffrey. People are kind of throwing in Marley and Me. Michael Todd says E.T. for sure, which terrifies Mary Beth. Mine absolutely was Toy Story 3 because my daughter is the same age as Andy and went to college at the same time as Andy. I couldn't deal with that.
Some good ones in there.
Okay, Jeffrey, if you could be a contestant on any game show, which game show would you choose?
Well, I'm not that bright, so nothing that not Jeopardy.
That is not true.
General knowledge, I think I would fail. The Weakest Link would be awful for me. When you remember that?
Yes.
Face.
You are.
Goodbye. Yes.
The Weakest Link.
I think Let's Make a Deal would be pretty fun, because there's no logic, or you just guess, right? You just like,
right.
Sure, I'll take that thing over there. Maybe
so
that.
I think,
and Price is Right.
That's a good one.
I think you could host either one of those. So I think that you've just, come up with your next great YouTube video idea. You could host The Price is Right or Let's Make a Deal.
Well, okay, a vintage version. Like, how much did that 1922? Yeah.
That would be great. Okay, Jeffrey, let's see. Among the people you know, who would you most trust to hold a spare key to your house?
I mean, to be honest, I trust a lot of people that I know, like equally. I generally don't talk to people I don't trust, so that would be hard. I think it would have to be at the top of my list. Like, obviously, my parents would be the top of they trusted me.
Right.
I mean, they didn't kill me, right? I'm alive, so that's there. And same with Aaron's parents and Barb and shoot, like even you guys. Like, I trust a lot of people. Yeah.
Oh, Jeffrey, I love that you said that, because Misty's in the chat going, me.
I mean, it's stuff, right? It's all insured anyway, but it's all good.
That's right.
Exactly.
We forgot to have Jeffrey introduce himself, but everybody knows Jeffrey.
I am Jeffrey with Real Nifty Vintage.
Very nice. Yeah, I've stopped thinking about it because I feel like we're, really in a hurry here.
I know.
How many pairs of jeans do you own, Jeffrey?
They're all folded. Let me think. About 8 or 9.
Very nice.
I wish I had 8 or 9 pair of jeans.
I
I need them.
Do you see him close his eyes and count? Do you know that there are like some people who can't visualize things in their mind like that? They can't see images in their mind.
No,
It's true.
I'm very visual.
Yeah, me too. Okay, I've got one more question for you, Jeffrey, and I think I might know the answer. What is your favorite pet name?
Well, I mean, that's pretty obvious because Stella, right? So yeah, I mean, it's like, because that's my dog now, but of course, whatever dog I would have would probably be my most favorite as I go, unless it's a really awful dog. And then, but Stella, she's real sweet. She's real mellow. She reminds me of Adele, you know, the singer. Just
I love it.
rolling in the deep over there.
Stella's very sweet.
That's awesome.
Jeffrey, we want to thank you so much for being on here. That went by really quickly. Thank you for entertaining us with your answers.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing because Zeno said, I think she means the other pet name.
I didn't. I was thinking like a pet.
Yeah, but I think they meant like honey, baby, sweetie.
I don't know.
He doesn't want to disclose
That's just Zeno. You know. Zeno said like cabbage head or poopy pants.
Oh my God.
No.
Good night, Jeffrey. Thank you so much and have a great weekend.
Alrighty, bye-bye.
Come back and see us, Jeffrey.
Okay, our next person. We're like running behind.
Oh dear.
By a few minutes.
It's probably my fault.
It is. I'm going to blame you.
Okay.
Okay, our next guest is, and it's going to be Yvonne, Thrifty Rich.
Hi, you guys. Can you hear me?
Hi.
I can hear you.
Yay,
Welcome.
I did it right.
Yes, I'm so happy to see you.
Yes, I usually don't. I'm not up this late. I miss your guys' flipping and sipping because I'm usually like already in my jammies and watching Netflix, but I catch it the next day. Hi, everybody in the chat. Hi, friends.
Thank you so much for making the exception and joining us.
Oh, yes. Thank you for including me, even though you probably said, no, Yvonne will be asleep. She won't. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not dressed. Hang on.
Oh.
I'm not dressed yet. Hang on. You won't there.
Oh, yay!
Our
back stickers. Nice. Fun. So, Yvonne, in case nobody is, in case somebody's under a rock, introduce yourself and your channel.
Okay, I'm Yvonne, and I go by Yvonne Thrifty Rich, as shown here on all social media, and that's my YouTube channel as well. So
awesome.
Misty just said it.
I think we all know each other.
Misty just said in the chat, and I agree, she's the fire and light queen.
Oh, hi, Misty.
We all now are on the hunt.
Yes.
I was watching, Misty. I was watching you.
Okay, Yvonne. If there were a national holiday in your honor, what date would it fall on?
Oh, wait a minute. More stickers. Hang on. Let me get dressed for this one, too. Hang on. It would be Save the Smiley Day. And it would be on May the 4th. May the 4th be with us. Be happy. Try to find the good. That's my national holiday.
Nice.
Smiley Day.
That is so nice.
That's a great answer. So, where is the most beautiful place that you've ever been?
Okay, this might sound weird at first, but stay with me. It was in Las Vegas. I went to eBay Open, and so, I'm meeting all these people that I know online. You know how the feeling you had when you got to go meet Misty and Jeffrey and George and Michelle. It's just the best because you feel like you know them already. So we all were in Vegas, right? And then we all went to Fremont Street. Okay, I'm a visual person, a little touch of synesthesia. So that color canopy, do you guys know Fremont Street? That color. That just blew me away. And then so I'm with about 12 other resellers we're all happy. We're having fun. We're going to go Fremont Street and we're going to go eat. That feeling was beautiful. Do you know what I mean? That was just a beautiful feeling, even though it was just Las Vegas, but so much was going on and everybody was happy. The street performers, just everything. So
what an awesome
I probably
answer.
should say Riviera Maya for my daughter's wedding, but that was just okay. You guys get it, right?
I'm going to tell you a secret. I think that you live in one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I do. I feel that way too. Now, I came here on purpose because I visited my Oma, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this place is so awesome. And it took me quite a few years to get here, that I was young, and okay, I'm young when I finally made it. I'm 21, 20, and a bunch of people said, hey, let's go to Dallas for the weekend. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Well, I never made it back. I ended up staying in Dallas for 20 years. And then I finally made it here. I do love it here. I do.
That's awesome. Hey, my mom's coming out for a visit. I may have to have her look you up.
Oh, your Mama Lamont? How do I say that?
Yes. Mama Lehman.
Does she like to go thrifting? Can I take your mom thrifting?
She would love it. She's
if
coming
she has
out there.
any time, you give her my deets, okay? If she has any time, that would be so fun.
Okay, I will.
Okay, Yvonne, if you could be the spokesperson for any product, which one would you choose?
That's easy. Levi's. I've been a Levi girl since I'm not gonna tell my age. I just had a birthday, but let's just say I qualify for senior discount now at the Goodwill. Okay, so I've worn Levi's all of my life, and the reason I'm going to say it's an American icon all over the world, people covet Levi's, right? And they're so good to us. They will make all these numbers. They'll keep up with the styles. They'll make all these numbers to fit any of our body shapes. What other jean company does that?
Nice,
I can't think of another one.
Yvonne, you've got such great answers. I'm so impressed. Okay, I'm going to ask you one more. What do you need more of right now?
Okay. We're going to not go to my existential problems, my questions, the things that keep me up at night. Okay, we're going to keep it down here, more down to earth. I would say something now, more down to earth. Like most of us, I'm sick of the pandemic. Like, I usually go on road trips, sourcing road trips. I miss that. I had so much planned for 2020, and none of it got to happen. Luckily, if George is still here, luckily George kind of saved the year by coming to see me a couple times. So that was great because I just wasn't going anywhere. So I'll say, besides the big meaning of life, what's it all about questions, I'll say what I need now is like to go on a road trip.
No doubt. Do you want to get on the tour bus with us?
What's happening? What did I miss?
I was just saying at the beginning that I have always thought, but now it's more than ever. I think it's a great idea to have a big bus of people that go thrifting together and like George be the tour guide. It's like take 2 or 3 days to just drive around and shop.
I will chip in on a party bus. We need a caravan.
Okay, all right.
There's so many of us. We need a caravan of party buses. I will chip in.
Okay.
Yvonne, it has been, yes, you're hired. Yvonne, it has been so great. You are just always so positive and just such a terrific person. We appreciate you being on here.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate meeting you guys. It's been another highlight of 2020 was you guys coming to YouTube and me getting to meet you.
Right back at you, everybody. Good night and have a great weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay. This is so much fun. We're doing a real good job. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
We need a trailer for all the stuff. Somebody's taking notes, right, about the tour.
We're behind. We're
okay.
running a little behind, but
Okay.
I don't think people are probably mad at us.
I think they're enjoying it.
We'll see.
I think they're having fun.
Okay, so our next guest is Patrick, Trusty Huckster Mercantile.
Hello.
Patrick.
Hello. How are you
Patrick,
doing?
introduce yourself and your channel.
My name is Patrick. I'm the Trusty Huckster, and my channel is Trusty Huckster Mercantile, which you can find on social media at TH Mercantile or under Trusty Huckster Mercantile.
Nice. Patrick has been very generous in the past year and has invited us to do some live sales with him on his channel. And we wanted to extend an invitation right back and have him on our channel.
That's right. Look at that gorgeous backdrop that he always has behind him.
I know. That reminds me of Tiger Oak, but I'm not sure what that is.
That is what it is. It's 100 years old.
Nice.
It's beautiful. And also, I loved on your video, all your colored swung glass, all your vases and stuff. I would love to see that again sometime.
It's it's grown definitely from the first video I did of it. So just keep finding pieces, and as long as it fits on that little ledge, it goes up there.
That's awesome.
Okay, Patrick, here we go. If you could serve as vice president under any past U.S. president, who would you choose?
All right, my first reaction to that was immediately William Henry Harrison, because he only served for a month and then he died. So then I would become president. But that was a time that I don't really care about pre-Civil War. So I went to like the era that I like the most is early 20th century. So I was kind of looking at the presidents there, and I decided it would be Taft, because then anytime I stood next to him, I'd look thin. So that's
great. What a great answer. Hey, Danny, welcome. I'm just welcoming people from the chat.
Oh, yeah, you go right ahead.
The niche lady she's sorry that she's late.
Yeah, I'm sorry to you, Patrick, too. I know your start time was like 10 minutes ago. Are you mad at us?
No worries at all.
Okay, your next question. Rap music makes me want to blank.
Change the channel.
I could have predicted that one, I think.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, Patrick, what is your favorite piece of clothing that you own?
All right. Wasn't really sure the best way to do that. I'm not like super into clothes in general. I mean, I always wear button-down shirts because I feel like a t-shirt makes me feel like a Jimmy Dean sausage. I feel like all squeezed into it. But I do have one item that I brought here. It's a pair of dingo cowboy boots. They're from a production of Death Trap that I did 2 years ago. There's still blood on the boots from when I was murdered. And I don't wear them often, but when I wear them, I have fun wearing them. I walk differently in them. I, just feel a little bit different, makes me feel a little younger. And definitely they're probably my favorite in the sense that it's the most fun piece of clothing that I have.
Very nice.
Very good. Okay, let's see. What is your favorite sport to watch on TV?
I really do not watch sports at all. I mean, literally not at all. If absolutely push came to shove, I do like watching the Olympics. So, from that regard, I'll watch when those are on. But in general, I am not one of those guys that sits home screaming at the television about something stupid happening on screen. So just never been into sports.
George just said in the chat that Patrick is secretly undead. Don't tell anyone.
So are you a bigger fan of the summer or the winter sports?
Probably the winter, just because I'm from Chicago, so it's something that I've grown up around. And some of those sports, like we don't have hills, so like some of the skiing sports, I like watching. Oh, that's what you're supposed to do with snow. We can't do that here. So it's yeah. I think the undead comment is my lights are turning out really bright in my white balance. So I've got that vampire sheen going on.
And somebody said they would love to see you on stage. Jeannie Lyle said that.
I would love to be on stage. I echo what Yvonne said. At this point, just everyone's locked up. What do we want to do? I want to get back on stage. I haven't been on stage in over a year. So it's something I enjoyed doing. 1 year I did 7 shows in 1 year. So I definitely miss it. So, but once I get back, everyone will know about it. And I just posted on my Facebook channel a link to the very first movie I ever did. The entire movie is on Facebook. Is on.
Nice.
So it's
very cool.
It's horrifying to watch me. I was not necessarily good in it. I'll just say I didn't make the sequel because I can't be in the sequel unless I'm undead. So you never know. We can have a different.
Well, when we have our thrifting tour, we'll need something to do at night. So we'll put you on the tour.
There we go. Perfect.
Okay, I think we've got.
We had to.
I think we've got time for one more. If you had to cover your bedroom with wallpaper of someone's face, whose face would it be?
This was such a bizarre question. So I was trying to decide if I wanted to look at something funny or if I wanted to look at something, beautiful. And I went the funny route, and I decided, because it didn't say it had to be human, so I decided it would be Beaker from the Muppets, because he's my favorite Muppet character. And I think waking up or seeing him either in little tiny repeats all around my wall or just one great big mural would just make me laugh every day. And sometimes that's what we need. We need to make each other laugh.
Perfect
That's
answer.
great.
Perfect answer. Well, Patrick, we want to thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for waiting, and thank you for joining in with our 5-minute questions.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I feel honored, and I always love your flipping and sipping. So I get to go sip now while you get the next person going.
Thanks, Patrick. Have a good weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Just so you know, Jeffrey said funny and beautiful. Both of those are me. So you can put Jeffrey on the wall.
There you go. Okay, so our next guest, we've not had the pleasure of like meeting face to face, so to speak. You know, on a computer.
I'm excited. Then.
Yeah, me too.
Okay,
here we go. And it's Erin.
It's me. I was like, is it me next? I don't know.
It is. Welcome.
Oh, hello.
Erin, it's so nice to meet you.
It is nice to meet you guys too.
Okay, Erin. So also, in case somebody is under a rock, introduce yourself and your channel.
So my channel is The Collection Vintage, as written there-ish. And I'm also on Instagram. The Collection Vintage is my sort of resale thing, but I post most often at The Collection Vintage at home.
Nice. Very good introduction.
Thank
Love
you.
it.
You're getting a lot of love in the chat, just so you know. I don't know if you can see it from where you are, but yeah.
Oh, nice.
Everybody's loving some Erin.
Awesome.
Okay, Erin, what is the best restaurant you've ever been to?
Okay, so I love going to restaurants. So it's very hard to pick just one. But there used to be a restaurant. Unfortunately, it closed. It's in New York City, and it's called the Risotteria. And all they served was risotto. And it was honestly so delicious. So good. And my husband and I, pre-kids, used to like going there. But now it's closed, so we can't go there anymore. But I love it.
Awesome. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
So how often do you come to the States, Erin?
I used to come more often. I haven't been able to come in a while, but at least once or twice a year. My husband, who is also a graphic designer, Mary Beth, has an office in New York City. So he'll go down and I'll just sort of make a trip out of it as well and go with him. So at least once a year.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Erin, what was the most embarrassing moment of your life?
Okay, so I have one, but I'm like, do I really want to share it on YouTube? I don't know. But I will. Okay, so teenager Erin going off to high school. Last minute type of thing. Pull on a pair of pants. Start walking to the bus. Notice a pair of underwear that was in the pants from the day before falls on the street. What do? I just keep walking. Pretend it didn't happen.
Absolutely.
On my way home, take the same route, of course. The underwear is gone. So
That's all you can do.
Exactly. I don't think anybody was around to see it, but oh my goodness. I still remember it very clear to this day.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Love it. I'm very proud of you for telling everybody that. That's a good one.
I may be crying a bit right now, but you know.
You've made Erin cry. You're going to break the internet. People are going to be, outraged.
Okay, Erin, how would a dictionary define you?
I think I don't to be honest, I don't know, maybe like goofy or something like that.
I bet the chat can do it. Everybody put in one word to describe Erin.
That's very hard to do because how I see myself and how probably you guys see me is probably totally different.
Oh, you're going to like how this comes out, Erin.
I'm going to go with genuine.
Oh,
Genuine.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. I'll take it.
I'm going to say bubbly.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Oh, look, here they come. Sweet, sweetheart, bubbly, sweet, Disney princess, eccentric, wholesome, adorable, gorgeous.
Oh,
love it.
This is too much.
We're going to make her blush.
Yeah.
So, Erin, what is the worst genre of music in your opinion?
I'm going to have to say country music. I'm not a fan. Although my son, we now live in a small town, sort of like a country town-ish, because I moved from the city. And a lot of people here listen to country music, and my son has started listening to it. He is 8 years old, and he sings along to some of the songs. So when he's singing, it's super sweet, but I really do not like country music.
That's so great.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to tell you, Zeno said terminally delightful. I didn't want you to miss that one.
Aw.
Isn't that
Isn't
good?
that a good one? Okay.
Let's see here, Erin. If you could change one thing about airlines to make your flight more enjoyable, what would you change?
I don't mind flying. I kind of enjoy it, actually. I find it, but I don't really like going through security. It takes too long. But I don't really like going through security. It takes too long. So, you know, I switch up the security
Very nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Very good. Very nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Very good. Okay, I'm going to do one more, and that is what country? Okay.
I would like to travel to. Only ever been overseas once, and that was to. So I would like to go over there again, maybe Greece, maybe Spain.
I was
maybe
trying to
Portugal.
guess.
I don't know.
I was trying to guess Greece.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I think Greece is beautiful. Like whenever I see pictures of Greece, I think it's beautiful. I love the food. So yeah, maybe Greece would be number one.
I think it would be fun to take like a Mediterranean cruise and hit
Yeah,
Italy and
okay.
Greece and then like go down to Egypt.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great?
Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be super fun.
Well, Erin, I want to thank you so much for joining us. This has been so
thank you
good,
so
and
much for having
we're
me.
so happy to have met you.
Yes, ditto.
Come back anytime.
Yes.
Okay,
Good
well,
night
you
and have a great weekend.
Okay, you too. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
I want to say good night to Tina. Tina is going to bed. But she
Good night,
wanted to
Tina.
say hi and bye to everyone. So good night, Tina.
Okay. Next up on the list, we just have 2 left.
Oh my goodness.
It's next up on the list.
I'm excited.
Are you ready?
Yes. This the best for last.
It's Michelle. Michelle, look at that shirt in the background.
Michelle, you're so
Oh,
good.
that one, yeah. I'm all
Oh, look, she's got her scarf on.
I'm all
She's
just
orange and blue.
Can you take over? I've had so much water. I've got to take a break.
Oh yes, Michelle's gonna keep me company.
I'll be right
oh,
back.
you know
Okay.
I can.
Michelle, first of all, tell me about Mr. Wonderful.
Oh well, I don't know what to tell you. Tomorrow he is going to meet with a jeweler.
What?
His
Get out.
Mm.
Oh my goodness.
But it's not an
Wow.
engagement. It's not engagement ring. It's a promise.
Oh, that's what they all say.
I don't really care because I mean it's not like I just met him and I just don't care what anybody thinks anymore because it feels good to be happy.
Very nice. Good for you. What's Bella doing back there?
I don't know. She's barking. Jack was gonna have his girlfriend over and now he's having an allergic reaction to something. So
Oh dear. Oh my goodness. Tiger Purple said, gee, Michelle, you show up and she leaves. Mary Beth better not leave us
that's
alone
because
for
that's what I
long.
did the other night. That's why. I see. Also because now like I bought 5 extra minutes, right? Because I got Michael bumped, right? So I should have 5
That's
extra
right.
minutes.
That is right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've got a question for you, Michelle. I see you all decked out in your Fat Bird orange and blue, representing.
Yes.
How awesome is that? What color doesn't look good on you?
Oh. Maybe yellow.
Michelle's like, every color looks good on me.
I mean, maybe yellow, because I feel like I would be kind of like all washed out. I don't know. I don't
Me
think I
too. Yellow's bad for me.
Yeah, I don't think I own yellow. Like, I'm not sure this looks so good either, but I don't know. I just did it
It
for.
looks fantastic.
I think you look great.
Well, thanks.
I don't know which questions I'm supposed to ask Michelle.
Those questions that are here under
Look,
Michelle.
you pointed at this stack of cards right here.
I'm sorry. Michelle, fill in the blank. When I want to have a good time, I get dressed up and
Go to the flea market.
Of
You know.
course you do.
Mm-hmm. I know how to get down.
yeah, you do.
Okay, let me do one. I'm gonna do one.
Okay.
Okay. What is the angriest you've ever been?
So it would have been when my kids were in grade school, and the house that I was living in at the time, my ex-husband was still living up here then, and he came to get the kids, and we had been arguing. And he was parked one house over next in front of my next door neighbors, and he was yelling that is why I will never have any respect for you, and all this stuff like that. And in front of my kids, it was like I just wanted to like run him over.
Oh no.
So
wow.
that was like the worst, you know? Like I was really mad because in front of my kids,
Oh man.
you know, and
That's
possibly
crazy.
neighbors, I don't know. So that was pretty
That's
bad.
bad.
Yeah.
Did you ask Michelle to introduce her channel?
I
and
didn't, but
herself?
go right ahead, Michelle. That would
Hey,
be good to do
Michelle,
while you
with
were gone.
Comfy Cozy Living.
Very good.
You're getting a lot of love in the chat for your orange. Everybody likes you in the orange.
And there's, you know, that blue, that's the blue one that you guys sent me.
Oh yeah, look how cute that is.
Love it.
Carrie says, "Did you throat punch him?" And then Jamie says, "I'll shove a burrito in his tailpipe for you, Michelle."
Jamie, out of context, you know, people, that's a great sentence out of context.
That is really good. Like, that's like the ultimate in like, I am there for you. I will shove a burrito in a tailpipe for you.
We've got to keep that one.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Meanwhile, I'm still thinking about my Brad Pitt wallpaper. I don't know.
Michelle, on a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you sing in the shower?
Well, here's the thing. I do not have like a like, I don't know if you call it tone deaf. Like I don't have a good voice, but I got rhythm for days. So I would go with a 7. I mean,
Nice.
I don't think it's the worst, but like, I'm sure there are some dogs howling in the neighborhood that I don't know about.
Misty is recommending that Jamie have that for merch. Misty Michael Todd.
Yes,
that would be good.
that would be great. What's your favorite dish at a Chinese restaurant?
The buffet.
Yeah. Great answer.
I mean,
10 out of 10.
That's the only time I can really go because I don't like to pick. I mean, shrimp egg foo young or sesame chicken, I guess. That's why they have buffets. I don't like to pick one food. I like all the things.
I like lemon chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie says, Jamie, get with that bird finds on a bumper sticker vendor. Want a burrito in your tailpipe?
Call 1-800 mid-century wasted.
Okay, let's see. What is the most common compliment that people give you?
Well, I actually got this compliment today. It was about my eyebrows. So, like back in when I was younger, they were real. All now they stop at about like there, so I have to draw that little part in,
right?
Because that doesn't always grow back, you know, after all the years of tweezing since I was like in 8th grade from the unibrow. So the tail has to be like drawn in, but I used to have the perfect arch. Now I don't have like the perfect like Alex eyebrows because she's like a different era, you know. She's she's a younger generation. I'm not, you know, I am of the perfectly arched eyebrow generation, and it works for my fat face, I guess. So, you know, that's what I go with.
Very nice.
And also,
Awesome.
you know, I've had a couple compliments on, you know, being real, keeping it real.
You do keep it real.
Every now and then I get that compliment. So yeah.
Oh, that's right. They're saying that in the chat too. That you are real.
Oh, yeah.
I have one last question for you.
Already?
Yeah.
Wait, I should have 5 extra minutes because I facilitated that little time exchange.
You know what?
And also, I'm like one of your favorite people. I'm your friggin' bestie.
Well, that's interesting that you say that, because that kind of, corresponds to my last question. Who's your favorite member of Fatbird Finds?
Oh, Lord Jesus, have mercy. Oh, you cannot.
That's a good question.
That is like, do not. Don't do that. That
Oh,
was
that's
not in
great.
the preview. That was not in the list of approved questions.
That is so funny.
That's shady.
You left her speechless.
I mean, you guys are favorites for different reasons.
Oh, what a crappy answer.
I mean, I couldn't. I was like picking a favorite child. I mean,
I love you so much.
I love you, Michelle.
I love you guys so much. I bought you guys something today at Menards.
At Menards.
Yes.
Was it like a bag of dirt or a 2x4?
Let me give you a hint.
Oh, the funny thing is, I was actually wishing for that the other night. I was like, dang it, I wish I had that thing that Michelle has to scratch her back.
I'm just saying, great. I might have bought 3 today. And I don't need
fantastic.
One.
So one of these nights, we're just going to have to, like, randomly, as a surprise for everybody, just get on and do, like, a 5-hour Michelle and Fatbird Finds marathon of some sort.
Oh, that would be so good. You guys, like, the day after my extravaganza, I mean, the first thing I had to do, not the day after, but, I was up until, I was on the air, or whatever you want to call it, till 3, thanks to Zeno, mostly. And then and Katie and Vinny were there too. And then I was up till 5 just trying to watch them because I had to rewatch the Liz Retros part. And then I was watching me and Mary Beth. I was
it was so funny. I want to go back and watch it again.
I could just watch that all the time. And then even like when we were doing the Saturday Night Live thing, that was so much fun. And that was totally I was not prepared for that. And I'm like, oh my God, my memory sucks so bad. How am I going to do this?
That's me.
And then I won. Yeah. Yes.
You're just awesome.
Well, I have moments.
All right, Michelle, we're going to say thank you. We love you. You're awesome. It's, been a pleasure as always.
Zeno thinks we're lame for suggesting 5 hours only.
I know. How are we going to get you guys in those hours?
I know, right? I'm really jealous of the whole Zeno Michelle comfy cozy living thing. What is up with that anyway, Zeno?
It was fun. It's a new I don't know what the word is, a new dynamic. I don't know. He was trying to make up for George not being, George was the only person that couldn't make it on the air because of, internet stuff. So he was representing. So yeah, it was so much fun. I mean, it was just so much fun. I don't even know. I still haven't watched it all. I don't know if I'll ever get it all rewatched. But anyway, you guys, thank you for being part of that. And thank you for having me on here. And thank you for being such amazing people. And I just love you guys so much. And I mean, Jesus, even my daughter loves you guys so much that my daughter picks up the phone and starts Marco Poloing you guys when I don't even know it. So
love it.
Love you, Michelle.
Have a good weekend, Michelle.
All right, you too. Bye.
Bye. Home stretch. We have one more guest. She's probably
That's
mad
it.
at us.
She's probably mad.
Yeah.
I haven't even met her yet, and now here we are. We're gonna have to put her on.
This is the first time that we've met her also, like, face to face.
I'm so excited.
Here we go. Okay. It's Katie.
Hey guys.
Hey.
How are
It's
you?
so good to meet you.
Oh, it's fantastic. I'm honored to be on. It's just so exciting.
Well, we're honored to have you, Katie. So for those of you who may not know, please introduce yourself and your channel.
Absolutely. I'm Katie from Vintage and Vinyl, and on my channel, I share a lot of my favorite vintage finds, Coca-Cola advertising, and of course, some rockin' records.
Yes. And look how pretty your tree is behind you.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I haven't taken it down because it's just so magical. I don't have the heart.
I don't blame you. Leave it up. Mine's still up too.
Might as well be decorated for Valentine's Day now or something.
Yes, there you go. That would be pretty.
Yeah.
Somebody said that we needed to hook up on Marco Polo, so we need to do that.
With Katie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with
Marco
the
Polo.
Yes.
Definitely do. I've been hearing cool things about it.
Okay, Katie. So here we go. What is your favorite fast food restaurant?
My favorite fast food place is definitely Freddy's because, man, their fry sauce is amazing. If you haven't had it, it's to die for.
Their fry sauce?
Yeah, they have Freddy's fry sauce, and it's like kind of like ketchup and mayonnaise, but with spices mixed together. And they have these little thin, like crispy fries, and you dip it in this magical sauce. And man, it is amazing.
That sounds great.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'll have to do that. I've only been to Freddy's once, and I think I just went through and got a milkshake. I've never eaten their food.
Their malts
It's
are
a lot
really
like Steak
good
and
too.
Shake.
It is, but I think it's a lot better than Steak and Shake, personally.
Oh, nice.
And Katie, you're getting a lot of love in the chat for your hat.
Yes.
And your
Oh, thank you.
ensemble. You look fantastic. Everybody's approving of the black hat.
Awesome. This is a brand new hat, so y'all are getting a debut here tonight. I got it for Christmas, so I'm enjoying it.
That's awesome.
Yay.
And I'm about to put your polka-dotted scarf in the mail to you.
Oh, good.
Nice.
I can't wait. I want to wear more of those. I think they'll be really fun with the hats and the brooches.
So, Katie, what kind of radio station do you typically listen to?
So I flip between 50s on 5 and 40s Junction on Sirius XM. That's definitely where my heart is. I mean, I love all music, but 50s music, there's just something about it that's absolutely wonderful. So that's what I'm normally rocking out to in the car.
I had a feeling that she would say that.
That's awesome.
You guys know me
You can
well.
Well, we feel like we do. We feel like we know all of you guys out there.
I know. It's so incredibly fun. Hey, somebody wants to see your brooch up close.
Oh, absolutely. So this is a Cameo Brooch. There's a certain name for this. Nancy at This Overstuffed House was talking about it, but the brooch itself is kind of indented here and it's reversed. And then you have this wonderful gold detailing around the outside. It's really pretty.
Oh,
one of my favorites.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. So, Katie, if you could choose a different name, what would you choose?
Okay, now this is fun. I thought about this quite a bit, and I have to say, you guys have some really fun names in the chat. And I know Alex's mom likes to say this, and Misty does, and we all love the name Sue Golembeski. And another one of my favorites in the chat is Fancy Panda. I just get so delighted saying that name. So I really need a fun name, something that rings like Fancy Panda or Sue Golembeski.
That's fantastic.
Hey, they're also helping us out in the chat here, Katie. They're saying intaglio. Is that how you say it?
Yes,
It's
that's
the
it.
reverse.
Thank
Yeah.
you guys so much. That's exactly what I was trying to think of.
Yeah, I definitely didn't know that. So
Awesome. Katie, how many bones have you broken in your life?
So I actually broke one bone. I've been pretty lucky, and I broke my toe. And I knew immediately when I broke it that I had broken it because I was lifting furniture and I wasn't paying attention. And I had this chair, actually the one I'm sitting in now, and I just smacked it right on my toe. and it hurt, and I couldn't get my shoe on, and I was actually on the way out the door to go somewhere, and I was like trying to shove my foot in my shoe, and I'm like, my God, this hurts. It's awful. I can't get my shoe on. What am I going to do? So I'm like hobbling to the car, and I get in the car with my friend, and I tell her, I said, I think I broke my toe. And she looked at it and she's like, oh, that looks awful. I think we need to get you to the doctor.
That's the worst, is when you do something and you just know, you're like, oh, that was it. That was terrible.
No one's ever told me that I've broken a bone, but I really think I broke my arm one time because it just all turned purple.
Yeah.
It was terrible. No. It used to hurt right where I put my arms on my desk, and so I put bubble wrap around it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I taped my toe. And I remember going into Publix and I couldn't walk. And so I got one of the carts for people that need to not, walk around. And people were staring at me. And this lady, I remember in the egg aisle, she came up and she said, what is a young whippersnapper like you taking those carts from the elderly? How dare you? And I looked at her like, do you want to see my toe? Because I don't think you do.
Oh my gosh. I can't imagine like the audacity that some people have.
Just to walk up to somebody and say that.
I know, right?
So Katie, on a scale of 1 to 10, how proficient are you at typing?
Oh, I'm horrible. You guys know in the chat that it's probably like a 2 or a 3 for me, and autocorrect always gets the best of me. So I'm furiously typing. I'm not very fast at it, especially even on my keyboard. And I took typing, like we had to take typing, but I am just not fast at all. And then the autocorrect always messes with me and says something terrible. Like the other day on Thrift Use chat, it said, I'm drunk. And I'm like, I am not drunk. I'm just drinking water here, folks.
I hate autocorrect.
Yeah.
I hate it. I'll correct myself if I want to.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I know. And it can't get vintage words either, like Moriarty. It changes plug to pig. It just, I don't know. It's awful. So I'm a horrible typer.
For those of us, though, who are horrible spellers, autocorrect is sometimes nice.
Well, just learn how to spell.
See, that's my thing. I'm not a good speller by nature. So the autocorrect, I keep wanting to turn it off. But I'm like, if I do that, then I don't have the help with the spelling that I so desperately need.
All right, Katie.
Jamie, I'm sorry, one more. Jamie says, I hate autocorrect. I never mean ducking.
I also never mean ducking as well.
That's the worst one.
I never am saying duck to anyone, ever. Okay, Katie, if you were to give yourself a creative title for your personal business card, what would it say?
Hey, that's a good one.
I always think it would be fun to have something kind of fancy, and I love the word extraordinaire. So I thought it would be fun to be Junker Extraordinaire.
Oh, that's a good one.
Hey, I like it.
I think you should get those printed up.
Definitely.
I definitely should. I'll mail them all out.
Okay, Katie, do you have any albums in your collection that you wish were not in your collection?
I do, actually. I got this album when I was doing the deep dive with Patrick, the trusty huckster mercantile, on vinyl because I really wanted to show kids records and I wanted to show colored vinyl. And I listened to it so that I could be prepared for the deep dive. And boy, I wish I did not have the chip from the 50s, because let me tell you, this barnyard kids record is the most annoying thing you'll ever listen to in your life. It's the Chipmunk song we all know, but then you got Old MacDonald Had a Farm and 3 Blind Mice, and then Alvin playing the harmonica, which is just the harmonica by Alvin is awful. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I bet that's the worst.
It'll make your ears bleed.
Oh, that's so funny.
One more question, Katie. Who would you least likely expect a phone call from?
So I probably would say the Queen, because I'm pretty sure the Queen does not know me at all. I don't even exist to her.
That's great. I would love to get a phone call from the Queen.
Can you imagine?
I would be so happy.
I
Do
would.
your impression of the Queen.
Well, that's my Margaret Thatcher impersonation of saying Your Majesty. That's not the same thing. I would ask her about her corgis.
Oh yeah. She has some
Nice.
great corgis.
So, Katie, first I want to apologize for keeping you so long. We did go a little long with some people, and so as a result, that made your start time a little bit later. So I
Oh,
apologize.
don't worry about it. I was happy hanging out, and it was fun hearing everybody else and their answers and getting to read the chat. Boy, I love being in the chat.
Katie is a night owl, and I love it when Katie's on late at night because I have this little, like my daughter got me this clock, and it's like a phone charger too, and you can set your phone up on it, and it's like a little stand, and it charges your phone while you're watching it, and so I can like fall asleep to Katie, just like talking away there, reading a story, reading me a bedtime story. It's so great.
People love that. I had no idea it would take off. I thought, it would be fun to read the one book because Misty kind of started the trend with selling the saucy books. And then I'll read the one book and see what it is. And then people just started loving it. And I thought, okay, I got to control these. Now people want me to read all kinds of things out of magazines.
Well, Katie, it has been an absolute delight meeting you and having you on here tonight.
Oh, I feel so honored. It was great meeting you guys and fun to be on Flippin and Sippin. I so enjoy Friday nights. I always look forward to it. Best part of my week.
Oh, thank you so much. It's so sweet. We love your shows too, and we hope you'll come back.
Yes.
Absolutely. Anytime.
All right, Katie, have a good night and have a good weekend.
Bye, guys. Stay in,
Bye.
stay safe, and binge YouTube.
Yes. Laura, we did it.
You did it.
We did it.
I know. That was so much fun.
Oh, that was great.
I knew it was going to be good, but that was awesome.
Yay.
Let me get a little plug in here. George says, I'm sorry, I'm doing terrible at this.
You're good.
Of late at night, Zeno's doing R&B Music Lounge tonight. So there's another place to go chat after we're done. Mary Beth, let me just say to you, this is a great idea.
Oh.
It was so enjoyable. And it was a stroke of brilliance, not only to do a speed round like that, but to give them the questions ahead of time because they knocked it out of the park.
They did.
They knocked it out of the park. They had their best stories ready, and we just got to hear so many.
Well, I felt like since we were only giving them 5 minutes, we had to give them the questions ahead of time because if it were me and somebody said, what would you title your autobiography? I would be like,
oh, you're just imitating me. That's what I would do. Oh my gosh.
Oh, but yeah, everybody did great. And yes, George's R&B Music Lounge is in just a couple minutes, and that's on the Antique Nomad channel. And it's basically just music and chat. It's really fun. We like to hang out there after Flippin and Sippin. So yes. And also, Carla Zona said, what is her channel? Drop a links. Can somebody put Katie, that's Vintage and Vinyl. Vintage and Vinyl is her channel.
We had one person ask if there's any way we could go back and add the links in the description of the video.
I can do that. I kind of wanted it to be a surprise.
Yeah.
Who was going to be next, but I will definitely do that.
George says, hey, it was kind of like speed dating. So, George, what's your sign?
Jamie, my autobiography is titled Through the Gap, My Life in Love and Baseball. Did you just come up with that?
Oh, that's so great. If anybody who came in late, welcome. We're glad to have you. You really need to go back and watch from the beginning this particular video because everybody was good.
Yes.
One person was just as good as the next. It was so good.
Yes.
So much fun.
Love it. All right. So we're going to go, and then we're going to probably hang out at George's little R&B chat.
Yeah, so meet us over there. Chat with us. Tell us who you thought was your favorite.
Like between us? Like which of us are your favorite?
No, I know that's me. I mean, like who was on this show.
So guys, give us a thumbs up if you haven't done that already. We would appreciate it. And again, if you missed anybody, feel free to go back and watch. You can send us Lavish Mango. Lavish Mango.
Hi and bye.
Hold on. Hold that thought. I haven't had a Mountain Dew all week. Are you proud of me?
Please give her a little support if you can. If you have time. Give her this little pat on the back.
Yes.
She's dying.
I'm dying. I'll take that back. Today is better. Today's better. But like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week, I started on Monday. I had like migraine headaches. Migraine headaches withdrawing off Mountain Dew.
I'm so sorry. I think it's really bad for you, so I think you're doing a good thing.
Yeah. So I'm 5 days in.
Love you, Michelle.
I'm 5 days off caffeine. I've only had water all week.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. So yeah. Lavish Mango. It's my sponsor.
That's so great.
Okay, guys. So again, give us a like if you haven't already. If you come back and watch at a later date, leave us a comment. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't like. If you want to see it again, maybe we'll do it again one day.
It was so much fun. Like I said, you did a really good job with that.
Mary Beth, Mountain Dew is awful for you, I know. I'm trying. I'm 5 days.
Oh, yeah. Michelle gave us the glasses.
Yes.
Michelle at Comfy Cozy Living.
Yes.
Aren't they cute?
Very.
Yes. We've had them on here before, but they're our faves.
I'm working on the Mountain Dew. I'll give you an update next week. Hopefully next week I'll be that many more days sober. Okay.
Hopefully the next time we do this, we'll have a whole bunch of people that we didn't get to have on tonight.
Yes, that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. See you over at George's chat, hopefully, and hope you all have a great weekend, and stay tuned to see what Fat Bird finds next. See you next time.
Good night, everybody.